I know what you're supposed to do. You quit your 9 to 5. You bet on yourself. You go all in on your dream. Or at least, that's what everyone else says. Right?
So lately I've been hearing a lot of people talking about how you have to quit your job to chase your dreams. I don't think that's true. I've been thinking about it lately and I was this close to quitting my job. But at the same time, I think it's totally possible to follow your dream while having a full-time job. If you don't know me already, my name is April. Currently, I am juggling between content creation, working in theater projects, as well as software engineer. So in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the thoughts I have on the topic of how you don't have to quit your job to chase your dreams. Today is a Sunday and I will be having a new theater show next weekend. So this is gonna be a very busy week in my life and I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk about this subject while taking you guys along the journey of living my dream life while having a full-time job. I'm actually running really late to a rehearsal where I need to take notes as a lighting designer. So without further ado, let's go.
Have you ever thought about what your life could look like in 3 completely different ways? There's this thing called the Odyssey Plan. It's a way of imagining your life in 3 paths. One is your current path. One is the what if your current job disappeared. And the last one, that's your wildcard life. If money, expectations, and fear didn't matter at all. For me, those 3 lives are a software engineer, someone doing small business or social media work, and the wild card, doing theater full-time. This weekend, I really had to put on my theater hat because of the rehearsal that's going on.
Hey, what's up there? I finally got home. Today at theater was pretty fun. We were rehearsing in the Microsoft office and we're mostly just in a very long meeting to talk about what's the game plan when we're gonna go into the theater and prepare for the show. What I really liked about today's rehearsal was that the topic about what I was planning for this video actually popped up to give you an idea of what kind of theater I'm in. This is a community-based theater group in Seattle and everyone who is part of this theater group is doing it part-time. And even though we do sell tickets to shows, everyone who's participating in it is in it not for the money but for the fun. So everyone has a day job and this is what they're doing as a hobby. And when we're eating dinner, one of the actors was like, if I were to do this full-time, I can imagine myself hating on it so much. That actually resonates with me so much because I think money aside, that is one thing that's blocking me from entering my option C of the Odyssey Plan, which is to do theater full-time. Once that I do this full-time, there will be deadlines and there will be a lot of peopling and a lot of pressure going on. And I think I'll be able to survive it, but at the same time I feel like it will take part of the spark out of me because this thing that I just love doing for fun just becomes a job where I have to fulfill all the requirements from my boss or whoever it is. I think I really enjoy the status quo right now of working on theater on the side because everyone in the theater group has a day job and everyone is able to juggle it. So I think that gives me faith that I can juggle it as well, which I have been doing. And recently I was so surprised to find out that my theater experiences are already supporting me to fill up the empty space for a whole resume. It doesn't feel like a lot of hard work because I think every moment that I'm doing my hobby, I'm truly having fun and truly enjoying the process. So I'm already chasing my dream.
Some days, I feel split between my job and the things that I do after, but both matter to me. Both ask for energy, care, and honesty. Sometimes I post a video and go spiral, and sometimes I go to work and wonder if I'm just faking it. But I still keep going. Even when I doubt myself, I still show up because deep down, I know what I am building is worth it.
Guys, I'm really stressed and overwhelmed right now. Why am I always stressed? It doesn't even make sense. Anyways, let's put you on a stand so I don't have to keep holding it all the time. So basically what happened is that I scheduled one of my YouTube videos to be auto-posted today during work hours. So hopefully I wasn't scrolling on YouTube Studio all the time by the time it was posted because likely I will get no views. It's been 3 hours since the video has posted and the video has got 3 more views, but all 3 views were from myself. And I just feel kind of sad because every single time I post something, I'm like, it's okay, you're not gonna get views. This is just for practice and you're gonna post it even if you don't get views. But I think a part of me still don't believe that. That's why I keep getting disappointed every single time. But this is exactly why I think that quitting your job to pursue your dream is a pretty bad idea because I can imagine if I'm on an extended break and I don't have anything to do, I would base all of my values on YouTube. When one video fails, I just feel like a total failure. But I'm glad that since I'm working full-time right now, I have other pillars in my life to support me. So in the case of what I'm doing right now, I actually still have some work to do for a presentation that I'm working on tomorrow, and I also need to review some of my lighting plots before going into the theater space for 5 consecutive days of tech. Because of that, I am able to shift my disappointment away from one area temporarily and still be productive and work on other areas I also enjoy. That helps me to be more confident, because I've always had imposter syndrome ever since the first year of college. I remember during my internship, I only had one pillar in my life, and whenever I feel behind at work, I would feel so dragged down in work, and I would be like, oh my gosh, why is everyone smarter than me? Why am I such a failure? But now that I have more pillars in my life, balancing between different identities helped me ease my imposter syndrome a lot, because I feel like the disappointment at work was able to fuel my creative process. And similar enough, when I'm disappointed at my YouTube views, I am able to still be productive by shifting my mind off YouTube. And I can totally imagine if I'm doing YouTube full-time, I would be going back to the same trenches that I was in whenever some video doesn't perform well. But I still need to go over my theater notes that I took yesterday and send it to the stage manager. And then after that, my boyfriend is gonna come over, so I have to prepare for dinner. So I think that's enough to keep me busy for the night.
If it's true, I will be able to apologize in person every 10 minutes.
Good morning. I'm squatting in front of my apartment. Why am I squatting in front of my apartment? It's about 8 o'clock right now. I actually woke up at 7:15, but then it was so hard to get out of bed. So today, I have a couple meetings at work, but the last meeting that I'll be having is a meeting led by me. It will be like a 45-minute presentation I'm absolutely not ready for. I'm kind of scared about it, actually. So I still have to squeeze in time before the meeting to go over the presentation. Right now, I'm going on a run. I will have to run and then quickly change, shower, prepare my lunch, and then go to work and work. So today is a really busy day.
Balancing a full-time job with your dreams sounds impressive until you're actually doing it. Most days it's not about ambition, it's just logistics. Meetings, dinners, scripts, thumbnails, everything just overlaps. It's messy, but the thing I remind myself is, as long as it's still going, that's all that matters.
I'm running late again. I don't know why I look so crusty in this lighting. But anyways, let me fix my bra strap really quick. I was so unproductive at work today. Work was 9 to 5 today, and then I have to do theater from 6 to 10. I'm currently in my 1-hour break in between trying to fix my YouTube thumbnail because my YouTube still hasn't really gotten a lot of views. I was really sad just now before I started filming, but I talked to ChatGPT and I started feeling a little bit better. So instead of letting the ship sink, I'm trying to quickly change my thumbnail, probably just adding some text. Hopefully that can get at least 3 people clicking in. My bars are really low right now for everything, but as you can see, it's been pretty hard juggling between all these things. But at the same time, it seems like even though everything's not doing great, everything's still going, and as long as it's still going, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Okay, I finally created and updated the thumbnail, but I'm super late to rehearsal, so we really gotta run now. Alright, time for some clothing thoughts of this video. I finally got back from theater and it's already 12 a.m. It's kind of crazy. I got there at 6. I basically worked a 9 to 5 and 6 hours. Damn. Anyways, as I'm wrapping up this vlog of my 3-day journey to try to find a more meaningful experience in my life while maintaining a corporate job that I'm not so passionate about, I think I'm starting to gain more clarity on whether you should quit your corporate job to chase your dream. In short, I would still say that the answer is no for most people, unless some of these following situations describe you. 1, you are financially free and you don't have the burden to think about paying for bills when you're out of job. 2, you're part part-time job that you've been doing all this time is starting to at least cover all of your living expenses, or 3, your full-time job is extremely emotionally draining for you, that it's starting to affect your overall mental health. I think my answer to the question is that unless any of the 3 scenarios describe you, it's not a good idea to quit your job, because trust me, I've done it before. In my senior semester of college, I only had to do 2 classes, so I was a part-time student and I had a lot of free time, and that's when I first tried making a YouTube video. You could probably see the first video I posted back then, but it was not sustainable because I think not having a 9 to 5 would take some of the structure away from your life, and that's the case for me, is that the boundary between work and life is starting to get very muffled, and we've already discovered some of the other reasons that I've said in this video. For example, imposter syndrome and source of income are 2 of the really main concerns that lies between me chasing my dream and me quitting my job to chase my dreams. In the end, I would say that time management is definitely hard. This is the first day of my 6-day tech series and I'm already feeling very stressed. I can't believe how I have to do 6 more days of this while working out. It's absolutely crazy, but I think it is what it is, and weeks like this is not the norm of my everyday life, so I should just suck it up. Right now, I'm still able to take it, but in the future, I might consider to take PTO to have a couple days to myself. But does this mean that I'll never quit my job? That's not true. But if you stuck around until now, thank you so much for supporting my channel, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button and also enable the bell notifications. Let me know in the comment section below on what dreams you have and whether you've decided to quit your job to chase your dreams. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!